All right, Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Also want to say Shalom to all you brothers that's continuing to labor in this work, pushing out this word in all true faith and sincerity. Yeah, so I just want to get into another quick lesson, and Lord willing is edifying and most importantly, comforting, all right, to the brothers, because we all know that we coming into the times where Esau is getting ready to roll on us in the fulfillment of Revelation, the 12th chapter and the 12th verse, where this devil is going to come down with great wrath, all right? And you see all the propaganda and the momentum building up where these devils is setting the stage, so to speak, to get ready to demonize the true men of the Lord, all right? But what you got to remember is the Heavenly Father is going to protect us in that day, all right? Because see, when you go back, all right, the Heavenly Father was actually with Esau coming into power, all right? It wasn't this devil's own power, you know, of his own power that he was able to seize control of the planet. He was just fulfilling prophecy, all right? And the Heavenly Father was with that. But the Heavenly Father is also with taking him out of power, all right? And just like the Lord spoke concerning his own people, the nation of Israel, that we was going to go into captivity under our oppressors, and it happened. Well, the same thing is reserved for Esau, all right? The Lord is going to take Esau out of his power seat. So, you know, with that, I want to just get right into the scriptures. This is the book of Job, chapter 11 and verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail. Yeah, and the eyes of the wicked is pretty much his visions and his plans concerning his new world order. And look, man, New World Order, all right, the whole, you know, ushering in of New World Order goes hand in hand with the extermination of the Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man. All right? Esau is not looking to coexist with us in his New World Order. He's looking to do away with the nation of Israel. And for all those sellouts that might remain, they're going to be complete slaves. You know, they're going to take that chip and they're going to basically be in subjection to the so-called white man. They're going to be goyim and cattle, all right? So it says, but the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. Yeah, and what's the giving up of the ghost? Dying. So their plans is going to die, man, all right? All those secret meetings and councils and all this time, money, and resources they putting in trying to bring forth that new world order where the Heavenly Father says is going to die, all right? Which in turn should be comforting. Because like I said earlier, just like the Most High spoke of us going into captivity and all the other prophecies that came to pass, well, guess what? This prophecy is going to come to pass. This is actually written in stone, man. The Lord is not going to go back on his word, all right? This is the book of Job, chapter 5. Verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And again, that enterprise is dealing with the New World Order. So the Lord is basically disappointing the devices of the crafty right now as we speak, man. All right? It's not going to be just an erupt situation. The Lord is little by little surgically breaking up Esau's whole counsel, all right? It tells you in Obadiah that the Lord is going to destroy the wise men out of Teman, man. So all the witchcraft that they've been able to perform, well, guess what? The Lord was with that on the left-hand side. But he's also going to be with breaking all that up, like it tells you in Isaiah the 14th chapter. The Lord has broken the scepter of the wicked, man. All right? And we're in those times. So you should be confident in that, all right? Because the Heavenly Father is actually going to protect us in that day, all right? This devil, he's gonna get off, all right? He's gonna actually roll on a lot of these 2/3. He's gonna put a lot of people to death, but the Lord is gonna shadow his men in that day, all right? Because it's really the Heavenly Father that's gonna bring that wrath. The Lord is gonna take one more last hack at you wicked Israelites with that sword. And pursuing the Psalms, the 17th chapter, the wicked, the so-called white man, is the sword of the Most High. So the Lord is going to take one more swipe at you people, man. Yet he's going to protect his men, all right? The men that's faithful in doing his will, all right? who's putting all their strength into serving the Most High and not being faint, all right? Matter of fact, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended. Yeah, and what's the opposite of this? What's the opposite of the men that's faint-hearted who will not be defended? Well, the men who are not faint-hearted, they gonna be defended, man. We gonna be defended in that day, all right? This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9 and verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the man that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Yeah, and the so-called white man is going to bring forth that, all right? Pursuing the 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, where they're going to be as madmen sparing none, all right? Verse 6, slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. That's right. So we're going to be protected, man. This is actually a prophecy, man. The Lord is going to make good on this prophecy too, man. We're going to be actually protected. All the men that had that mark, which we believe in the spirit, we the ones, particularly here at Great Millstone. Well, guess what? The Lord set out an order, man, a command not to go near us. All right? And it says, and began at my sanctuary, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. That's right. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 105, verse 15, saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm. Yeah, so this is written in stone, man. All right? This is a command. This is a scene in that movie that's on that final scene of the movie that we're approaching. Well, this is a part of that scene, man. The Lord is not going to go back on this, all right? The Lord actually going to protect his men. The Lord said do his prophets no harm, which are the men that you see going out week after week, whether it's rain, sleet, cold, or hot, man. You know? And doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. The Lord is not going to forget us or forsake us in that day, all right? This is book of Psalms, chapter 91 and verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Yeah, and I got that word, the definition for that word, shadow, queued up right here in the blue letter. Let me get the pronunciation real quick in the Greek. Salaki in the Hebrew.
Strong's H, 6738, Sail. Sail.
All right, so it says shadow, shade. Shadow, shade as protection. You see? As protection, man. So the Heavenly Father, for those men that's in the secret place, which is in these scriptures, all right, sitting in that secret wise counsel of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, well, guess what? We're going to abide under that shadow or that protection, all right? So there's no need for men to doubt, man. Even though we're in the flesh, you have doubts at times, you know? But you go back into these scriptures, and the scriptures actually confirm that the Lord is going to protect us, all right? So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this lesson was comforting to you sincere brothers out there. Until the next time I say shalom.